Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh and today we are going to discussing about some more advanced interview questions in Cypress. Okay, in my previous three videos, you can say there are three videos I done. One is basic and two is advanced concepts, and this is also the last one, which is more advanced concepts. Okay, very this maybe you will get for real time when you are attending for interviews, right? Maybe there also will get it one of them. Like I'm going to explain, there are eight or something, 8 or 10 questions. Maybe in that we will get something like one or two or like 5, 10 also will get it. Okay. First question, I'll type it. What is after colon run event in Cypress? There's a event, a run event. What exactly it will can do that in our Cypress means we can say that after colon run event is execute after all the test complete in Cypress. This is a very useful when you want to generate some report call and all, right. That moment it will help you. But for this you have to add into your plugins file. Okay, inside the plugins files you have to add this one actually. But what will happen this particular one is we can say in any other selenium with java, python, any programming language, we have like after suit and before suit, like that we have something, right? The similar format of this after colon run will help you to run actually. How it will be look like, we can able to say module dot export. Okay, exports and equal, and the function we can going to create on comma config. Okay, this is presented in our plugins place, we can able to see that in that. Okay, and here we can able to say uh, inside we can able to create like on function will be presented on sync, we can able to say on here after colon run. Okay, single quotation complete, and async is basically any syncing that commands it will be sync here. Okay, anything is missed out, those things it will be do it. And here we need to wait, we need to use it. Await, we need to use await. Okay, await and execute, and here we need to provide our command, what command you want to generate, which report you want, XML report, what type of HTML report, what type of remote you are going to do, right? Those things we need to provide the execution line, like npx example I'm providing, not exactly the same. Okay, similar format, jrm, just for your understanding purpose. Dot is indicate the current project and the cypress. Okay, if you create any folder, you can able to provide that to folder, or else you can able to directly provide for report.xml and single quotation and some space here again, and you can able to provide again our project location, because we need to provide one more time cypress, and again which is the one you want, the JUnit, and slash you can able to provide any kind of name, or if you don't want like this is basically it will take for all the running, right? After running it will provide some of the XML files, it will clumsy and it will add it. For that I'm going to use a star symbol and XML. In finally it will create and one report for XML report, it will add that all into one place and it will gives you one final report for that. This movement we can able to use for after colon run. It will, what will happen after running, it will give XML format of report, right? Those things it will convert into a single report, it will generate and it will provide after running all the test cases. Okay, you can able to say that is a one. Okay, and next one is what is cypress.task. task function in Cypress. What exactly it will can do that is it will create some set of actions outside the scope of the Cypress. Outside the Cypress scope means we can able to say uh, cypress.log is there, right? This is basically what will happen. It will print any value inside a console of that particular Cypress, right? Whenever you want to debugging time or something, you are running a script, you want to see in the console whether it is validated or not. That moment you are going to use for cypress the log. In there we need to pass some value whether it is acceptable, like whether it is printing or not, we can able to say, right? But when you running into the command line, that moment it maybe it will not be run properly. Okay, that moment what we can able to use, we can able to use console dot log. This is the one it will print into directly into your console location, but we can't able to use for console dot log into directly, right? Then what we can able to do means we can able to go for some index position like a plugins and index.json files location. Okay, now there we can able to create on task comma curly brace, use a curly brace to close and another curly brace to close. Sorry, only one curly brace, right? Curly brace close. Okay, now here we can able to use the log command, and there we can able to provide some message value, and then we can able to use the curly brace again, and that curly brace here it is closing. And here we can able to use for console small letters console dot log, and here we can able to provide our message. Then we can able to return this particular function into a null. Then after creating of this particular code into that particular plugins location, once you create it, then come to your particular case wherever you want to use this particular command. Okay, like in the script level, come to the script level. In the script level you can able to use for cypress.task and provide your what is the one you want to use, a log you want to use, and the log what is the message you want, what type of message you want, you can able to use it directly. It will print into your console when you are running for in a cmd place. Okay, this is a one best example for you. Okay, if they are ask you what exactly cypress does task can do means you can able to explain, this is the one. Okay, and next question is what is cypress.exe is the execution for function. Okay, in cypress what exactly this can do means we can able to say it is used to run in a system command. It is a run with a system command. System command is means we can able to use cypress.exe, and if you provide your command npm run build this can be do it for build your entire application. Okay, this will running time. Okay, you can able to give any type of system functions, what anything like file navigations and all, right? Those things we can able to provide. Okay, and one more question will become like how can I read a file in cypress. File reading concept is basically this provide inbuilt inside of that read file capability. We can able to say cy dot read file, this is a can be used to reading any file. We can able to json, oh, sorry, We can able to provide JSON file or any kind of file. We can able to read those file into by using this particular read file concept. How to read the file and how we can able to means we can able to take some example of XML file or JSON file. If you say if a XML JSON file, there is a ID field is presented, okay, in this ID and colon and ID value is 1020 is the ID, and you are going to close your JSON, and this JSON file you want to read into your application. Then how we can able to use means cypress dot read file. In this read file we are going to provide our path, file path, where exactly it is presented. If it is presented inside the futures file, then we can able to directly provide for that file location, then otherwise you can able to use it. Okay, once you made for this completion, then you can able to use the then concept, then, and you can able to use for value and create the function and cast function. Once you're done here, you need to use for cypress.log and here you need to use for value.id, and it will give you all the values and it will print it. How what is the value is presented, those values we can able to read and print our values. Okay, then you are able to read your file. Then how can I write a file in Cypress means we can able to use the same file which we are a user, right? The same like cy.read file, then we can able to use by using cy.write file, and there we can able to provide our path of the file. Then we can able to use it here, curly brace, and what type of value you want to write it. You can provide the name, sorry, name colon, what type of name you want to provide. In my case I am providing for testing, okay, and comma, and which is the one you want to provide a last name, then again colon and tutorials point, okay, curly brace I'm closing and brace also closing. This is the one it will read for every time. After execution command you can able to see those two values into your JSON location. Okay, how can I run the test case, tests and test suite only on specific browser without doing any configuration file change, without any change? How we can able to run it? How can I run the tests tests suits only on specific browsers without doing any configuration file changes, without any configuration changes? How we can able to see? Cypress provide an option to specify the browser name on a test suite or test case level, right? We can able to use, there are two options. One is using for browser, which browser you want to run, and which browser directly specifying that we can able to use it any browser command. That is like if you want to use it describe, and the describe I'm going to specify title here, and then I'm going to use it here one function, right? Before function we can able to use browser. In the browser we can able to specify which browser you want. Chrome, specify the browser, then curly brace close and comma, then you can create for your function, and we can able to provide the curly brace and open and close it. Okay, this will run into your Chrome browser. Okay, if you want Firefox, same thing, you can able to use Firefox. If you want to use it for IE like Edge, you can able to provide the Edge itself. It will take for your browser itself. Okay, this is a one option. Okay, and second option, we can have that there is a if condition. Once you run some condition, like you create the test case by using it condition, and you could provide the title of the one, and you create the function of that particular test case, and you closed your test case. And inside that, we need to use some if conditions. Okay, based upon your condition, based upon your things, like you can able to use for if cypress dot is browser Firefox, or you can able to say Chrome. We are using Chrome, right? And you can able to use the Chrome. Then we can able to open the curly brace. Okay, like this we can able to work with that. Okay, and it will work, and it will open for your thing. And if you don't want Chrome browser, other than that any browser it should okay, then you can able to use not Chrome browser, and it will not take for that particular browser. Okay, and next question is, what are the reporters Cypress supports? Reports. What are the reports it is Cypress can support? By default, Cypress uses when the spec reporter to output information to STOID. Okay, when we run in that Cypress, right, where the spec, when you run your spec, it will provide for report that is called STDOUT, standard outputs. Okay. However, since Cypress built on Mojo, we can use all the available Mojo reports, including JUnit TeamCity. That is called JUnit, or we can able to TeamCity, or any other related Mojo supported reports we can able to use. Because our Cypress is built in Node.js. Node.js its support is Mojo or Choi. These are the two things it is supporting, and any one you can able to use. But Cypress is most of the time Mojo it is working. That's why you can able to use Mojo. What all the reports are supporting, those reports you can able to use it. Okay. What is a retry in a Cypress? How can I change the behavior? Yeah. Sorry. What is retry in Cypress? How can I change the behavior? Behavior means Cypress automatically retrieve all the commands which will query in the DOM element by 4 seconds. Default we can able to say 4 seconds. Okay, in case if you are not able to retry in between of this, we can able to provide some timeout if it is not provided. And even if you want to decrease the time line, we can able to use it for default in command timeout, and we can able to colon, and here we can able to provide what how much time you want to or retrieve that particular element. Or else when you are running into the command prompt, right, that moment you can able to use for Cypress run hyphen config, okay, space, the same value you can able to provide, okay, and equal to what how much time, 1000 and 10,000, and what how much you want to use, you can able to use it. Okay, and we have another one, it is like how can I run the tests in headless mode. Headless mode, how to run our Cypress. This is the basically if you are not provide any browser, by default it will take. Otherwise, if you want to provide this browser handless, headless, we can able to in the command prompt, we can able to use for cypress run. Here we can able to use hyphen headless, and you can able to use the browser Chrome. Like this, you can able to use the default in the backend. It will run all the things. Okay, if you are not specify anything also, now cypress is basically it will take for backend is a init role, like default browser is there, that is basically that completely backend it will support, that is a headless mode. Default it will run into your system. Okay, how can I debug in cypress? Still a date, I'm not sure you how to debug it, right? We can able to use is some of the commands by using cypress.pass. This is a one command, and using the debug also. Okay, these are the things we can able to use. How we can able to use the pass command when you are running into your script? We can able to see there is a cypress.pass. When you do the pass, when you are writing your script location means we can able to say cypress visit, and you provided for your URL, and then it will load it, and you want to debug in the place on the onwards, you can use the cypress.pass. Then it will do for pass the command chain off with all the commands, what are the commands it is presented, it will provide it. Okay, if you use the debug cypress.debug, what will happen, this command we need to open in the developer tools, this will set at debug point, and it will pass the execution in the point where you put the point. Okay, after you visited, you mentioned, then it will go to that particular location, and it will start for debugging there onwards. In the developer tools, you have to debug it. Okay, this is very tricky to handle these two concepts, but we can do it for some debug concept in cypress by using debug and pass concept. Okay, this is all about for advanced concepts of interview questions and answers. I hope you understand this one. Please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel, and don't forget to share your friends and colleagues, and also learning. Don't stop learning. Okay, thank you.